Welcome back and a happy Wednesday everyone. And this video is all about how to get your phone photos synced back to Lightroom automatically to merge with your main camera photos after a trip. So let's have a look at that today. Hello, Richard here and welcome back to another video. It is great to see everybody, and today we are going to be talking about another quick trip you can have when you're on your travels. It's a Wednesday, so it must be time for a photography related photography related video, and one that's going to help you stay organised when you're photographing on a trip, when you're on holiday or when you're away from a home and you want to keep your photos on your phone and your camera nice and organised. If you're like me, when you get home, when you've taken all your photos on your main camera, you import them into Lightroom, you set up a catalogue or you set up a folder, but you also take photos with your phone, and you might want to merge those in with your camera photos in the same catalogue. Rather than export them from your phone and import them again and do things like that, there's a way we can do it that's automatic and really easy, and this video is going to show you the quickest way to do it. Head into Lightroom now, because there's a couple of things that you can do on your on your Lightroom desktop before you go that's going to make this process really seamless and automated. So we're going to have a quick look at Lightroom now. So the first thing that we need to do is to make sure that you're signed into your account with the same password that you use for the same account that you use on your phone, so they're talking to each other. Come down here to collection sets and right mouse click wherever you set up your collections and create a collection, and we are going to call this collection office test for the time being, and it's going to be inside my Lightroom mobile collection set, and we're going to make sure that we sync it with Lightroom, and we're going to hit create. If we jump over to the phone, we will see that collection appear on our mobile. It does take a few minutes to come through, a few seconds. There it is, it's come through to the phone now. So when it's there, head back onto the computer, and we're now going to set up another collection, although this time it is going to be a smart collection. And basically we want to tell Lightroom that any photos that appear in the office test folder, we want to just filter out the ones that we took on the phone. So we do that really easily. We right mouse click again and we set up a smart collection. We are going to call this office test phone only. And these are ones that I did when I was messing around testing it. So the collection, we want to make sure that the source of the photos come from a collection and it contains the words office test. So that means it's going to look in the collection that's got the words office test in the name. And we want to do one more criteria, and that is going to be camera info, and the camera info contains the words iPhone. And that's all we need to do really, and we are now going to hit create. And you'll see down here we have a smart collection that has a little cog here, and that shows you that it is a smart collection. Well, perhaps you're wondering why we've done that. Why have we set up two folders? Well, you may want to add DSLR and mirrorless cameras or mirrorless pictures to your phone while you're away, perhaps to edit or to share to social media. So I'm just now going to take a few pictures in the office and with my camera, and you will see how this all fits together. So just going to take a couple of photos. 1, 2. I'm also going to take a hideous selfie. Let's turn that round. Let's take a couple. And we are also going to take another one here. And let's take one in the corner over there. Okay, so we've got 4 or 5 photos on here. We've got a couple on the phone as well. We're going to see that the ones I've taken on the phone are going to automatically appear in the album for office tests. They'll drop through automatically. No, they won't, because there's one thing I haven't done. Ugh. What we need to do on your phone is we need to tap on the 3 dots on the right here and hit auto add from camera roll and enable that. And what that will do is the photos that we take on the phone will appear automatically in that folder. So I'm now going to take a couple of silly pictures of me. Let's go. There's one, and one like this with the window in the background. Sorry about this. Horrible face. Okay, we're going to head back to Office Test, and those photos will now automatically import into There we go. So there's 2 come in. You saw that I also took some on this camera as well. I'm just going to take a couple more. Take one there and one there. So I've now got half a dozen photos on here, 2 photos on there, but I want them all to merge when I get back. But the point of showing you that is you may want to merge these with your, you may want to use photos from your camera for social media. So the way I do it is I use this memory card. There's a full video here that I'll link and you can have a look how this is done. Press continue to import photos from the connected device, and we're going to import them all just for the sake of this. Import, so they're also going to come through to the folder. And because we've got this syncing, we'll see that on the computer, you can see the 2 that I took of me have synced through. So we've got 2 photos in here and 2 photos in the phone only because it's filtered those out. And we just have to wait for the other ones to filter through to the computer as well. So give me a few seconds and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so there we go. We can now see that they are all in the office test, but we can see that the smart filter has just pulled out the ones for the phone only. So these office test ones are in there purely, they're just low res, they're just JPEGs. They're the ones I might use to edit and share on social media while I'm on holiday. And then what I'll do is when I get home, I would put the whole of my memory card into my normal catalogue. So I'm quickly gonna do that now. I'll fast forward this bit because it's pretty obvious, pretty straightforward how we do this. Okay, so we have the 6 photos here from the full res files that I've just imported from my memory card. Don't forget, this may not be everything. This down here, office test, the ones that I imported on the phone may not be every one on my memory card. These will just be the ones that I've imported for editing to social media. So it won't be everything, it might just be 1 or 2 per day. Okay, I've just changed the screen slightly because now I want to show you how we get the ones from the phone merged with my main folder in Lightroom. So click into the smart filter that you set up to single out your phone photos only. These 2 phone photos are in this folder on the hard drive. I've just opened these to show you them moving on the hard drive as well. And these are down here. These are the main folders in my main catalogue that I will use for the rest of my life. So what I want to show you now is I'm going to highlight these 2 phone ones because these are the ones that I want to drag into my main folder. They're highlighted in the Smart Collection folder down here. You click, I drag them into the office test, which is where all my raw files would normally be. And if you look on the right hand side, you'll see the office test raws, the finder window at the bottom jump up with 2 photos. It's telling me here that I'm going to move the files on disk, which is what I want to do. So they're going to move from here into here. And if I now go back into my main folder where all my photos would have been imported, you can see that I have my main camera photos here and I have my 2 phone photos here. Again, I'm not really great at explaining things like this, but to put it quickly and hopefully simply, you set up a collection in Lightroom on your desktop, you set up a smart collection in Lightroom as well, which will take out the phone photos only. You go away on your trip, you take your photos on your camera, you take your photos on your phone. The ones that are on the phone, because you tick those 3 little dots and turned on auto import, they will come automatically into Lightroom. And you have also set up, you can also import photos from your memory card into the same folder in Lightroom to do your edits for social media, things like that. But when you get home, the smart filter would have separated out the phone ones and you just drag them into your master folder where you import all your photos after the job. I hope that was all right. I know it's not brilliant and I know that I don't explain these things too great, but if you've got any questions, please don't forget to ask me down below. But most of all, which means a great deal to me and it will really help my channel massively, is if you give me a thumbs up and a like for this video just to show that it proved useful to you. That would be massively appreciated. We are back on Sunday with a nice little travel related video that is on the south coast of England, I think, so look out for that one, and we'll see you next Wednesday for another photography video, and I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. I am going to put last week's video here and you can click on that to have a look at last week's photography video, and you can click this great photo of me here if you want to subscribe to the channel, or the little bell and buttons and stuff down below. You know what you're doing by now. Thanks very much. Take care.